My name's Chris. I'm the next speaker. And I, first of all, would like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Huge turnout. I wasn't expecting this much. So thank you for coming. Additionally, I would like to thank everybody who helped me get through this year. I'm looking at everybody just I just want you guys to know as the audience that this is the most amazing group of women that I've ever had the chance to work with and learn with, and so I would like to thank them for that. If we can give them a quick applause. This year's been pretty exciting, pretty challenging, and as one of the only, actually the only guy in the program, they put me through my paces, so I'm pretty excited about that too. So with that, I will start. I'd like to say that we're here together in the same room for what is likely to be the last time for most of us. I was interested to see if we would all set ourselves kind of where we did in class. It was pretty ritualistic that everybody had their exact seat in class, and God forbid anybody sit in the wrong seat, because you get your head taken off. That's no joke. So I was disappointed seeing that you had to sit alphabetically. Just saying. Okay. It seems unimaginable to me that just a few months ago we were all strangers. At least I was to this group of people. We've been through so much these past months. Amanda was 4 a.m. drives to St. Joe from Stanton. Those were always fun. Watching Taylor take a nap in the back seat while the rest of us stayed awake. Bottles of Mountain Dew before clinical. Diet Pepsi. So lots of good times. A lot of us have formed very close friendships where we learn to rely on one another. I know I relied on several of you when you get my text at 2 in the morning wondering where the heck I'm supposed to be the next morning. So thank you for that. We've learned so much together. For example, that the ABCs are not just starting letters of the alphabet, but they're also of starting letters of life as well. A for airway, B for breathing, and C for circulation. So pass. In OB, we learned that a station is not just a place where the train comes to drop off its passengers, or that engagement is not just with that special someone that proposes to keep you in their life and get married. Perhaps the most important thing we learned this year is about compassion. This is one of the values that is of the utmost importance when being a nurse. We must have compassion for our patients and each other. We as nurses will make an impact every single day in the lives of people in our community. We need to realize that we are the voice of the voiceless, the advocates of those who cannot advocate for themselves. We are the helping hands of the people in our community, and we should realize that even by helping one person, we are making a difference and the world a better place, just one person at a time. Some of us may enter the field, and some of us may be continuing on in our education, but we all share one thing in common. We are all nurses and we all made it. I don't know if anybody's seen this book before. Dr. Seuss is classic. This is one of my favorite quotes, and I thought it was appropriate for our group. You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, you know what you know, and you are the person who will decide where you go. I see this ceremony serving two purposes. On one hand, we are congratulating ourselves for making it through the last long and arduous year successfully. On the other hand, we are being signified for that accomplishment. And as we go on to become graduate nurses, we are also taking on a great responsibility. The pin is the reminder of that responsibility. From here on, we are not just mere citizens, but a breed of superhero called nurses. People will seek our opinion for advice. They'll refer to our knowledge for answers, look to our actions for guidance, and most of all, trust our expertise with their lives. Over the years, and I acknowledge that I have been around a few more than some of you, I have been privy to some very good advice. So I would like to pass 5 points of wisdom on to each of you that you can take with you as you embark on your nursing career. They've helped me, and maybe you can glean from it too. The first one is, what you don't know is way more important than what you think you do know. Being aware of this allows you to never make the mistake of steeping across the line where your knowledge ends and your ego begins. It also provides you with the ability to continue to learn as your sights are set on filling the holes in your body of knowledge rather than ovaling the body's silhouette. Loving your work is great. Loving your life is even better. Take it from a former workaholic. My wife in the back can attest to that. You must find the things in life that bring you joy and make sure to schedule them with the same diligence that you use to schedule your work. Number 3, when you find yourself struggling to like somebody, remember these words. This may be the worst moment of that person's life. What conclusions would you draw, what people draw about you rather, if they were to judge you only by the worst moment of your life? Always be better than the day before. Every day should be your goal to be better than the day before, to learn more, to teach more, to be more kind, and to be more generous. Being better is very difficult to do. The best decisions you ever make are the ones that turn your stomach with anxiety as you make them. Each and every one of you has it within you to do amazing things, so do them and always do them better. Lastly, never stop learning. Never assume, and make sure you question everything. I've shared in the past this author, Brene Brown, and I've shared it with Louise and some of my other students, and this quote has stuck with me for quite a while, and I'd like to read it to you. It's from an address done by Theodore Roosevelt in Paris, France of 1910. This speech is sometimes referred to as the man in the arena. And I'd like to read this particular passage for you that makes the speech so famous. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is not effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasm, great devotions? Who spends himself in a worthy cause? Who at the best knows at the end of the triumph high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. The first time I read this quote, it's kind of eye-opening for me. I always learned that failure was bad. And I think we've all had failures in this program in some form or another. But failure is how we learn, and that's how we become better than we are. So, with that being said, my last slide is the serenity, which I don't know if I'm saying a lot. Grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So go out there, dare greatly, and remember, it's not about the destination, but the journey. It's also about the bumps along the way and the lessons we learn, which is the most important.